Hey YouTube, it's been almost a year since I made a video and I am wanting to be back and make videos again. So I thought just hit record and share what I'm doing today. So I'm going to shift you over to my overhead view and show you what I'm working on in my sketchbook. Okay, so I am at the very end of this wonderful sketchbook. Bear with me for a sec. I'm going to try to increase the brightness to make sure this is looking. Let me try my light. That might be good. Okay, anyway, this is my crazy sketchbook that I started back in, I started early 2023. I'm tempted to just flip through the whole thing, but that is not the point for today. But I will show you what I've been working on in the past week. I really didn't do much art over the past few months because my kids were off school and life is a little crazy at those times. I've been into spirals lately for reasons, but I'm working on trying to really relax into my art. You know what? Let me get this bag out of here. I have this bag under this page just to protect what's under it, but it's really loud. So anyway, spirals are kind of my thing right now. And so I'm just playing with them as a way to relax in my sketchbook. And what that's turned into in the past few pages here is wild and crazy acrylics with some spirally kind of stuff on the other side of the page. I don't like to do double-sided acrylic spreads because then I have to put tissue paper in between so they don't stick to each other. So I like to use both pages. So I just figured out if I just kind of use one side of the page as, like drawing or whatever, and then do acrylics on only one side of the spread. I really love how this turned out. It's just very wild and free. And really under that, I actually did spirals, wrote a poem, and then painted over it. I mean, who knows what's under there? I don't know, but it was just like therapy at the time. And then I did this page and I was working on the idea of words that speak to me and thinking about titling my paintings with single words. Like, I don't usually title my paintings, but I was thinking about maybe doing that. And anyway, that is all a long story, but again, there's a lot of wild and crazy marks and stuff under this acrylic paint, which I just love because some of it peeks through. And it's really just one layer of paint. So I did say if I did this, I just do really one layer of paint on top and I just go really wild with it. And that's what it turned into. And then maybe I'll splatter or write a couple things or doodle a little bit on top, and then it just turns into this. And here is another page that I really love. This is a moleskin sketchbook. This one is I think 8 by 11. I think it's 8 by 11. Pretty much. It's a little bigger than, it's like 8.5 by 11.5 or something. Whatever. I don't know the official size, but it's really just their art sketchbook. It's not watercolor paper, but I don't like using watercolor on this paper unless it's something just goofy like this. So I did more spirals. I did some splatters. And then this page happened and I love it. It's I'm trying to let go of the idea of having these finished perfect pages in my sketchbook. I don't need to always have that expectation for myself, right? But at the same time, when I let go of that and I just throw paint around, sometimes it turns into something that actually could be a finished artwork. All right, so this is the page. Bear with me, I'm taking off clips off of my ring light, so that's why the camera is moving. This page is getting a little wild and sticking up, so let's just clip it down. This page is a little different because I did like a layer of really not super thick paint, and so this is not the same process as those other 3 pages, and I don't know where this one is going, but I for some reason wanted to draw a checkerboard on top of it with a Posca pen, so I did. And anyway, I just got out all of these lovely pens, which are Papermate Flare pens, and I'm just drawing my little spirals. For a long time, I was spiraling in a bad way, and I figured out how to turn it into something positive. And it's just become a theme for me, and it's something that I recently, looking through old sketchbooks and old work, have found that this idea, like the spirals were kind of always there in my art, and I didn't realize why. I didn't think about it, but now it's become a bit of a theme, which I'm working with, and it's giving me something to focus on and play with. So, am I trying to make a perfect sketchbook page? Hell no. In fact, I want it to be absolute ridiculousness and only make sense to me. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I really don't do my art for anyone else, even though I do want to have this YouTube channel. My purpose is not to make perfect art and share it with people and teach you how to make perfect art. I'm really trying to make imperfect art and learn to be okay with that. And yeah, a lot of the art I make is amazing and beautiful, and I love it, and not that I think it's perfect or anything like that, but anyway, I don't know, I'm rambling. Let me show you this other thing I was doing. So I have this, basically, I got this at the thrift store. I pick up these cradled wood panels, and some of these, very nice quality wood panels. This one's really solid. I don't know what this is, but it said, I don't actually remember what it said on it, but you know how they have like dumb, cutesy phrases and stuff? I do not like that stuff. I don't like cutesy phrases. So I repurposed them. This is a single layer of paint. I kind of just went all around the sides. I like that you can kind of like hold it in the inside and just be able to do that. Yeah, and move it around very easily. So that's a fun thing about painting these. So I don't know where this is going. It's not dry yet, so I can't do anything else to it, but that is in progress. Also, I have this in progress. This is just on, I don't know what paper. I think it's like a mixed media paper. I'm not sure where this is going, but I may just do another layer of paint on top because I'm not crazy about some of the color that's showing up with this one. I don't even know. I don't know where this paper, oh, that's what it is. It's this mixed media paper from Caran d'Ache. I just randomly bought it. I don't think I would ever buy that again because it has a bit of a texture that I'm not crazy about. For this type of painting, for my acrylics, I prefer smooth paper, but I am trying to use up the last few sheets of that I have. Here, I have it here. I don't know if you can see the texture of it. It's not like watercolor texture really, but it's textured. So I'm just picky about that. Okay, so here are my spirals. I don't really know what else I want to do with this right now, but I might just take a breather and figure out what I want to do next and come back. Next up is finishing this page, which I'm not sure where this is going, but I know what I want to do next, and that is put in a big old moon. I don't know, is that a good size? Probably, maybe. It's just a cap from my water cup. This one is done, and actually it's from a while ago. I for some reason left this page blank, and I decided to go back and do another one of these abstracts on it, and I'm not crazy about this one. I feel like it needs something else, but I'm just not really wanting to mess with it anymore. But I actually finished this sketchbook over the weekend. Well, I did the last page, and then this is my actual last page. But this page actually was a failure of sorts. I was doing some kind of like watercolor abstract, and I was just really not pleased with it. And I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to paint over the whole thing with like really dark colors, cover it all up, make it a swirly gumdrop of goodness. And it turned into this, which I am kind of loving. It's just, it kind of represents me letting go of my own craziness and being unsatisfied with a painting. And instead of just like getting frustrated, I just took it in a different direction. And then I did this over the weekend. And actually, it's kind of a funny story because I was really unhappy with where this was going while I was painting it. And I got really frustrated. I had to walk away, and I came back and I was like, okay, just finish the painting. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be anything. And it turns out I like it. I like this page more, I think, because it's a little softer. This one's a little more like harsher edges, more like there are more of them in this painting with these flowers. But I mean, this is me just being critical and like looking back and analyzing what I did. I mean, these pages make me happy ultimately. They're cute, and that's that. But, you know, I do try to learn from what I do, and I'm getting out. So, yeah, the point is not for me to be like, oh, I hate this painting because of blah, blah, blah. It's more just like, I see this aspect of this painting that maybe I would do differently next time. I'm not upset about the painting. I don't care. I showed it to you. Maybe someone else will look at it and be like, oh, it's great. I don't know. I'm just going in with gold to make this moon. Usually I do the moon last, but I used to fill in these moons like very carefully, and I stopped doing that. I started like leaving some messy brush strokes and some blank space in there, and I kind of like that. I used to like painstakingly fill in the circle, but no longer do I do that. This gold is not my favorite. I kind of like the champagne gold better, but that's what I used, so that's what I used. All right, moving this out of the way. Now I'm going to wet my favorite color, which is dusk pink. I'm gonna go get my dusk purple ready to go too. They're both colors by Van Gogh. They're not very expensive, and they're my must-have colors, especially dusk pink. That is my favorite color. Favorite, like, irreplaceable watercolor. It's just, there's no color like it. And see how adding that darker value starts to really let this painting start to pop out. Sometimes when I do the first layers and I'm not really sure like if it's going somewhere that I like, I just have to keep going and see if I can bring it together. And maybe this isn't my most amazing version of this style, you know, that I've ever done, but that's okay. This color, oh gosh, now I'm gonna forget what it's called. It's a Schminke color. I think I have it. I'll open up my drawer and see what it's called. I think it's quinacridone red light. That's another color I can't live without. Where are you? Oh, it's not there. It's not in the drawer. I don't know why, because I use that color all the time. I'll look it up on my computer. Quinacridone. That's a quinacridone red light. Schminke. Yes, that's what it is. How could I even doubt myself? It's a gorgeous, I want to say a swear word because I just love this color so much. But probably I should not swear on YouTube too much. So I'll try not to. I'll try. So I have this like pooling area of really dark value of that dusk pink, and I just went in and hit the edge of it just to see what it did. See what happens. These are the kind of paintings, like I don't really have a plan. I just see what happens. And I'm not, I want to say this is not like completely going in the direction I may have wanted it to, but I can't control it. I can't control what happens. Well, you can control things to a certain degree, but let's be honest. We're talking about watercolor, abstract watercolor. Like I'm not trying to be attached to a certain outcome. I don't have necessarily a complete vision in my head of what this is going to look like. I'm just responding to the page. And it's telling me that it's not sure. It is not sure yet. But I will let this dry, and then I'll come back in with probably like a super dark value and see if I can resolve this. Let me splatter a little more. Actually, I'm gonna wait on the splatter because I have these like really light areas of watercolor. If I splatter into that, I don't know if I want, I'll just try to avoid it. Oh my gosh. Good luck with that, right? Okay, see what I mean? See how it's like landing in that really wet area and spreading? I didn't really want that, but it happened, so. It might turn out okay. It also got on my moon, but I'm not gonna mess with it because, well, maybe I will. I'll try to lift it out. But there's no way I'm gonna fully be able to lift that out, and so. Or maybe I will. Now I'm gonna have like a bloom in there. Actually, that worked. Okay. I'm gonna set that aside to dry and then see if I can do one more layer and pull it together a little bit more. But that's that for now, for that painting. All right, now I'm going back to this page, and I just took my gold Prismacolor pencil and I just wrote some stuff on here, scribbled a little bit, made some little dots. And when I write on my art, usually it's like illegible. I think my goal for this page is for it to really not be like a finished page, like really not. I'm just gonna do stuff to it, and I don't care if it makes any sense. I don't care if it's beautiful or finished. Ooh, okay. This beige Neocolor 2 is calling my name. I love this color. And oh, these things are so hard to peel off. Oh my goodness. It doesn't really totally need it, but it could use a little opening up here. So yeah, all right. You don't want to cooperate with me. I just wanted to do this on top of the black. It's such an opaque color. It's so great. It's just so easily goes over something darker. I just realized the Posca pens, at least this black one, it's pretty matte. It's not glossy. Oh my gosh, I just shot that clip off of the book like crazy. Okay. Anyway, I like that it's matte. I don't know if all of their colors are like that. I don't really like Posca pens that much, but sometimes I use them. I only have a few. It's probably something I won't buy again, but okay. Here's what I want to do next for whatever reason. I just want to write more over here. If you can read this, then you have superpowers. When I do that, I'm holding the pencil very loosely and trying my best to write illegibly. I don't know why I do it that way, but I do. I'm just picking colors that I like. I'm just doing things that I like. And if it's a hot mess, then even better. Because this is how you figure out what you like in your art and what you don't like. And it's really the best way I've found to develop my style is to just do things and not be so uptight about it, and let a sketchbook be a wild place. Like if I flip to any given page in this sketchbook, it might be truly hideous, but it's like I had the bravery to just put stuff down on paper and not worry about what it was going to look like. Like, oh, here's a good page. I mean, yeah, like even this page, or these two pages. I actually really think this stuff is good. It's all just random, you know? It's like I just did stuff. Here's a couple of pages that this I don't like. This one I actually like a bit more. Like for me, this one just didn't work. But I saved it in there because I can go back and look and say, oh, okay, well, I won't do that again. it's all about experiments. This is the composition, like, officially great? No, it's not. But that's not the point. That's not the point. Same with this one. It's like, that did not turn out to be much of anything, but it was fun. Same with these. These are not my best finished products. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. What else is in here? Oh, there's a cool page. Now see, that page I actually ended up really loving. It's a little crazy, it's a little wild, but this page works for me. And it's like I wasn't trying to get it there. I just kept going, and that's what happened. There's a crazy little page. Sometimes I just glue things in after I work on them loosely, just because they don't know where they belong, so they just get glued in the sketchbook. Okay, here's a good example of just screwing around and having fun and not caring about the result. Yeah, that's a good example of that. Oh, this page, I was adding matte medium to glossy acrylics is perfect for adding layers on top. Yeah, so I do not like glossy acrylics, and I have a bunch of them, so I was trying to play with dropping in some matte medium to see if I could layer on top of it better than when it's just the glossy paint by itself, and it worked. And I can't say I've really done that much since I did this little experiment, but yeah. This, I think, is done. And I'm gonna just put today's, well, I put the month and the year because I've realized that when you go back and look at something that's 2 years old and you know the exact day you did it, it's like, well, do I really need to know that? No, I just need to know the month. That makes me happy, so that's what I do. Let's end this video that was random and weird, and oh, wait. How could I do that to you and not finish? Is this dry? It is dry. Now see, after I spent a few minutes away from it, I kind of like it more. I like that shimmery moon. I will add more gold splatter after I do this last layer. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go back into, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back into dusk purple, because that's like really dark, really dark. And I'll just like dip back into the pink and mix it with the purple and see what happens. That's what I'm doing. I already like this more, having put that down. Do I need another dark? I think so. This is like super saturated paint. It's been sitting wet in my palette for quite a while, so that's why it's coming out so dark like that. And I already like this so much more now that I have that dark value on there. Layers are your friend, for sure, in watercolor. And really, when you feel like a painting is not quite going the way you want it to, just keep adding stuff. Keep adding some darker layers. Put in those darker values, because it really helps so much. And I will let that dry and then do gold splatter. I don't really want to splatter gold in these dark areas, so I will wait till it's dry. That's one thing about the way I paint. I do a lot of layers and a lot of letting them dry and sit, and then I come back. So it's not always like conducive to YouTube videos being all about like one painting, but I don't think that's how my channel is going to be anyway. So just imagine this with lovely gold splatters on it also. And the thing is, after that dries, that dark, the gold splatter will sit on top of that and just like make it pop even more. Oh my gosh, I really like this page now. See? You just have to keep going. I'm just like letting that paint kind of spread in the blob because it's pooling, because this paper is not the thickest. I think it's 90-pound paper actually. This is an Arteza sketchbook, watercolor sketchbook, and the paper you can see in the video, it's buckled here, but I mean, it's just a sketchbook, so they do tend to flatten out quite a bit over time. So yeah, there's like a lot of watercolor in here that's pretty flat now, so that will probably resolve itself a bit, that buckling. But anyway, all right, I'll come back before I end this video and I'll do my splatters. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, this is the Shanna of the next day. I was really dying to finish this painting yesterday, but the day got away from me, I guess. But really, I just want to put some gold splatters on here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I already have my gold warmed up and ready to go. My art table is very busy right now. There is a lot of stuff happening on this table. Sorry, I'm shaking you for a sec. Okay. I'm like half trying to get organized and half trying to paint. Okay. Let's grab some of this gold. I just refilled this little well with gold and it's way too full. Way too full. I think that's good. The thing I love about this is that, hold on, I'm trying to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. I love putting the gold on the darks because it just pops, and I want to point something out that happened on this painting. See this right here, this little area, how it's like, it almost looks like it's still wet. That kind of happens when you go really, really saturated with the paint and it's almost like, it's not sticky, but it just dries like that. I don't really, certain brands of paint do that more than others. I'm actually kind of surprised this one did it. I feel like that was my dusk pink and dusk purple combination, and I'm kind of annoyed that it did that. It did it over here too. You can see it like kind of shimmering. It almost looks like it's still wet. It's not wet, but you know, it is what it is. And I just want to say, when I started this yesterday, I was really not feeling it. I was not loving the colors as they were, but I've since changed my mind. I really like this. And like, to me, this one is working on all levels, whereas say its little brother over here on the other side just has a little dullness to it and it's not grabbing me. There's nothing really grabbing me in this one, but this one is speaking to me. So that's kind of just how it goes sometimes. Some are good and some are whatever. But to get to the good ones, you really just have to keep going. I started a new page in my crazy sketchbook and I'm just playing. The next thing I was going to do over here was just draw a little with neocolors, but I actually grabbed this paintbrush that I never use, and this Blooms one, Princeton Velvet Touch, and I just dipped in some paint on my palette and just did some like paintbrush marks. But here's the problem with this paper. It is not watercolor paper, so like, see how the paint like pooled up like this? And anyway, whatever, it's not a big deal. I'm just pointing it out because this really is not watercolor paper at all. So this page will just be random stuff. And maybe I'll do another video of whatever else I do on this other page next to it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But thank you for watching this slightly awkward first video back after like a year. And let me know if you have any questions. Bye. A crime has been committed on my computer. Look, I just splattered paint on it. Oh, and it even got on the screen. Oh, look who I'm watching, my favorite, Alice and Dara. You know, I tried to pick it up with my paintbrush, and I'm pretty sure that I should probably just let it dry and then peel it off. We'll see what happens, but that's the price you pay for working on art with your $1 million laptop. Okay, I know I said I was done before, and the thing is, I only want to record one video a week, so I'm just gonna add to the one that I did. I finished that painting with the gold splatters, and I think it's dry now, and then I wanted to just kind of be in my own little moment for a while and not record. So that's why I have to limit to one video a week for now, because I'm just trying to get consistent and comfortable with it. And historically I've gone crazy and like, I want to record everything. And I just know that I need that time of quietness inside my own head when I'm working on my art in order to really thrive. That's just something I've figured out. Anyway, look at this guy. See those dried up gold splatters? This is really a beautiful page. I'm very happy with it. So then I transitioned over to working on something that is just wild. I had bought this paint. What did I do with it? I was going to paint something in my house with this, and I still might do it, but it was just sitting there, so I thought, let me just swatch it, and it's this purple metallic paint, which is kind of wild. So that's what that is. It's kind of still wet. And then I started working on this side of the page, and I am dying over this blue. This light blue is, what's it called? Well, I guess it's called Blue Rex, but that's like the, I think, French name for it. Am I like not seeing? Royal Blue. Okay, there it is. Royal Blue by Flash. It's a very nice color. Pigment. It looks like it's white and PB29, whatever that is. And I don't really use this color a whole lot, but I just grabbed it and the colors were speaking to me. And at one point I was like, let me just drop some black acrylic ink on top. Well, it wasn't black, it was sepia. And so I had a little laugh about that, but then I put on top of it my Payne's gray, which, oh, I love this color. And that's my blue right there. I did throw on some dioxazine purple or violet, whatever it's called. Anyway, I've been kind of like stuck in a different color palette, such as this one, with like a magenta, yellowy, orangey, and then Payne's gray. So this is not going in that direction, which I'm kind of liking. I do want to put something in there that's a little warmer, like a yellow, but it's still wet, so I don't think that's gonna really be a good idea right now. So I don't know why I started recording again. I guess I just thought I would take you along for the ride, but I'm realizing that this probably needs to dry, and I layered the paint pretty thickly on there. I can see it's still wet. So let's just pause that thought for now. Okay, while that other page is drying, and I probably won't have time to go back to that today, I was working on a little watercolor abstract in a sketchbook, and it is still drying. I'm not sure what else this page will want when it comes time to work on it more, but because it's still wet, I have to leave it alone. But I did have a little idea. For some reason, I'm feeling very teal today, so I pulled out some teals that I have. And actually, I'm gonna use 2 more that are darker that are in my palette here. Let me see if I can get everything in. Let me just zoom a little smidge. Okay, so this is just play. I am not trying for this to be anything. I actually just swatched them. Look at all of those colors. And then I sprinkled water on top just to, I don't know, have fun. And I don't really completely know what all these colors are, but I kind of know, so I'll try to tell you. And so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna paint with these beautiful colors and see what happens. Basically, these are just like aquas and turquoises that I've collected, and the tape is not sticking here. I'm gonna be going pretty wild here with just letting these blues play on the page. This one is Duochrome Aqua by Daniel Smith, and I just totally polluted it with that other color. It's a very light color. It's like an almost yellowy color. I mean, obviously it's like a blue-green, but I'm just saying it leans a little bit yellow. And it does have a bit of a, it's not like a metallic, but it is a little shimmery. So that's kind of fun. And so I have these are all kind of light values of colors, and so I activated my Winsor & Newton, what is it? I have it right here. Aqua Green. That's this one. And then this one is a Schminke granulating color, which I know the name of, but it's not coming to me right now, so I don't know. I'm just gonna drop water. What is this color called? It might be deep sea green, but I don't know for sure. This one actually takes a while to activate. Really, I need to let that water sit in there for a while before it can be fully used to its full potential. This is kind of fun to do a sort of monochromatic, slightly monochromatic painting. There's a little hair in my brush. Always that is happening to me. The Winsor & Newton Aqua Green is really lovely. You can get a very deep, saturated color out of it, whereas these other ones that I have don't really allow that so much. I am always pulling little hairs out of my paintbrushes. This is granulating whatever it is really nicely. Oh, duh. That's because that's where I put this Schminke color. I will get it out and tell you the color name because this one is pretty awesome, and I will get it out. So this is pooling over here on the side. I'm just kind of picking it up and I'm just gonna drop it, splatter it in. And honestly, I'm just playing with color. I'm not trying to paint anything, really. It could turn into a painting as far as like, maybe it'll end up being a painting I like, but that's not what my intention is. All right, I'm gonna pause you and go get the colors. Okay, I found them all. Duochrome Aquamarine by Daniel Smith. That one is that lighter one I was telling you about. It's the second one in the line there. I have Compost Blue, which is, I believe, this one by Holbein. I use that up here. Horizon Blue. I think that might be this one. Really nice color. Yes, Deep Sea Green by Schminke is this one that I said was granulating, because it is. I don't know for sure, but this Turquoise Blue by Holbein may be this last one. I'm not really sure what the first one and the last one are. Oh, I have Phthalo Green by Schminke, but that's not one that I used. I don't know where. I don't think I have this color in any of my palettes, so, but that's another one that I have. I'm sure I have other green blues around, but oh yeah. And then Aqua Green by Winsor & Newton. It's probably one of my favorites. I would say that I'm trying to just get some of this pooling lifted up a little. I think that's pretty much where I'm going to stop with this for now. I'm going to let it dry. I love the granulation of the Deep Sea Green. I feel like that Aqua Green by Winsor & Newton actually granulates a little bit too. And even the Compost Blue is granulating a bit. It'll look so cool when it's dry. Like, especially that Duochrome Aquamarine. That one will really look nice when it's dry. It'll have a little shimmer. Maybe I'll just throw some more of that in. I like that it's not super metallic. I mean, I like metallics to a degree, but this is a little more subtle effect. Okay, I know the end of this video got a little all over the place, but I just wanted to show you what this page turned into. I did it off camera just because that's what I needed to do, and I am pretty happy with it. I just like that it's free, and I wasn't trying to make anything. I don't really know or care about the composition. I think it has just an energy, and you know, I'm just learning to do and embrace the techniques and processes that work for me, and that's what I'm trying to lean into right now, and it's going really well. So that is that. I can call it open. I don't know if you can read my actual writing, my crazy writing, but that's it for today, or this week, I should say. The rest of the week I'll be in my own head, in my own world, but I do hope to and plan to make a video once a week that's just kind of a random compilation of some of my work. So thank you for watching. Goodbye for real this time.